what's up, everybody? It's Plant-Based with Nicole. I'm your host, Nicole Roche, also known as Plant-Based Nicole Roche on Instagram and TikTok. Make sure you guys go follow me over there. I'm so excited to be back. Plant-Based with Nicole Podcast. We've been on a break for a few months, a much-needed break, but we're back stronger than ever with season 6, the premiere. And we're starting it off with Marcus Hart. Oh, he's so wonderful, you guys. I love his energy. I love that he loves God. I love that he is just thriving and he has just transformed his body, mind, soul, and spirit, y'all. He has a story to tell, okay? This year has been transformative for Marcus Hart, who began a 240-day fruit fast on January 15th, followed by a 90-day juice fast. Did y'all hear me? He ate only fruit for 240 days, then did 90 days of all juice. That's 330 days total. Okay? Like, there's no way. It would take God coming here to tell me I need to do that. But anyway, good for him. That's some discipline right there. Anyway, the results have been remarkable. He's had enhanced digestion, glowing skin, higher energy levels, improved breathing, and noticeable hair growth. Over the course of the year, he shed approximately 25 pounds, showcasing the profound physical impact of his journey. Now, I'm not going to read the rest of the bio. It's too long, but you guys go check it out. Read it in the description. He's also had some gut health improvement, and so go read about that. But yes, I'm so excited to talk to him about his journey. So without further ado, let's bring on Marcus Hart.
Juice Doc in the building. Up in here with my girl, Nicole. Big chillin'. Thank you for the invite. Thank you for interviewing me. This is an amazing opportunity.
Thank you so much, Marcus, for coming on my platform today. You are on my season 6 premiere. This is episode 1 of season 6. Like, I've been on a break and I just came back, and you are number 1.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah. So we're going to play a little game, not a game, but a little thing real quick. So let me see how fast you could think. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. I'm going to say, there's 12 things, but I'm going to say 2 things. You're going to say which one comes to your mind the most, or which one that you gravitate towards the most. And you have to be fast. Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Yep.
Ready? Watermelon, peaches.
Watermelon.
Juice, fruit.
Fruit. I love juice, but fruit.
Smoothies, salads.
Ooh, salads, baby. I love salads.
Tofu, fruit.
Tofu is trash.
Exercise, prayer. Ooh. Bobby Smith, me.
I'm sorry, sis. Listen, Bobby Smith, and the reason why I say that is because that's my brother, and listen, that brother has changed my life, and I'm sorry, that's my brother.
Okay, this interview has now ended. Thank you and good night. You failed. You got a big fat F. You done chose the wrong.
That's my brother.
You chose Bobby. You chose Bobby over me.
Well, I mean, it's seniority. You know, I've been knowing Bobby a lot longer, and that's my brother. He changed my life, and hey, maybe that might change here soon.
Marcus, you are on the bottom of my list right now.
I love you, sis. I love you. You're my girl, for real, for real.
I'm just playing with you. I'm just playing. But anyway, I already did your intro, so let's just go on into it. Like, you've been vegan for 20 years,
20
right?
20 years, yes. Yep. This year,
wow, 20 years.
20 years, yes.
Okay. Why did you transform to eating fully raw after eating vegan for so long? Like, what made you end up going fully raw? Talk about the benefits you had once you went raw.
Okay, cool. So, like, I've been vegan for 20 years. This January just made 20 years for me. And the reason why I wanted to go fully raw is because whenever I first started veganism, I thought it was cool. And then until I ran into Shane Sterling. Shane Sterling is my raw vegan coach. I love you, coach. So he's the guy that transformed my life when it comes down to raw veganism. fully raw. Christina was the absolute first person that inspired me to go fully raw, but I didn't have the
Mm-hmm.
capability to do so at the time. And then when I seen Shane Sterling, that made me want to do it because, of course, he's a male, and and he has the same type of mindset
Mm-hmm.
that I have, which is hard work, dedication, tenacity, no excuses by all or by any means necessary. So that's the type of guy I am, and I think that we're similar in mindset. And I'm the type of person that I love doing the difficult things, the hard work, the hard hat, the boots, the gloves, earplugs type work, the type of work that you have to really strap in and strap up to do. Because I've been a hard worker all my life, so I love getting involved in things that other people can't do. It's a mind thing, it's a mental thing for me to know that I'm able to
Mm.
do the hard work, the difficult things, and other people make excuses about it. And so when I seen Shane Sterling on YouTube doing an interview with a lady, and he was just breaking down raw veganism, and at that time I was vegan, and I seen him talking about raw veganism, and I'm just like, you know what, man, this is a dope lifestyle, and I'm like screenshot in my mind, I'm saying like, I want to do
Yeah.
that lifestyle, but right now, really, I can't. I'm sure. I'm just getting the vegan stuff going, and so that's a thing for down the road later that I will actually visit. And I didn't know that it would come so soon. You may say, "Well, you've been vegan for 20 years, and you're saying now you're just becoming raw vegan, and that's soon." Yes, because when you get in this lifestyle, you go through ups and downs, and you go through backsliding, cheating, things of that magnitude.
Yeah.
And then when you get to the raw side, you've really crossed over because then you've made it. And so the benefits that I've seen has been tremendous. Like for me, the number one benefit that I see is the glow up that's just totally different than when you're vegan. Because most people that are vegan, they're eating a lot of cooked vegan foods, and that's trash. No matter how you look at it, you may think it's healthy, but it's no different than the SAD diet, which is the standard American diet, in my opinion. The reason why is because most people that are vegan are reminiscing the old ways, and they're trying to reinvent the wheel and trying to reinvent chicken and ribs and all this stuff. And then you're using the flours, and you think because you put it in the air fryer that it's healthier. And and I get it, you're transitioning, but at the same time, when you want a top tier, top shelf lifestyle, raw vegan is the way because it gives you so many benefits from youthful glow up. It gives you better cognition. It gives you anti-aging properties that vegan cannot give you. It's going to take literally 10 to 20 years off of your life when you go raw vegan because you're getting all of the natural and all of the enzymes that's natural in the fruits and the vegetables versus cooking everything out in raw vegan.
That's true. I have a question
Yes.
though. You said cooked food is trash. Now, are you referring to all the replacement foods and the junk food, sorry, the processed foods and all that kind of stuff? Because I disagree on junk food, cooked food. Like if it's whole foods, you feel like that's trash too, or are you just referring to like all the fake chickenless chickens and the fried oysters, mushroom, all the processed junk, if you will? Is that what you're referring to? Or are you referring to cooked foods, period? Even if it's healthy, whole foods like, beans and potatoes and stuff. I just want to clarify.
I'm referring to it all. The reason why is because no, it's a two-part answer to that. Number one is the main thing I'm referring to is all of the standard American diet foods. That's number one. And then number two, the reason why I say it's trash is because, like, if you're cooking the foods at 400 and 500 degrees in the oven, which most people do, there's no nutritional benefit there in the food. That's reality, no matter how you feel and think about it. And if you're cooking the food on the stove top above 118 degrees, that's literally dead. And so, I mean, if you want to in your mind think that it's good because you're eating healthy food, then that's cool. But facts is facts. Facts is that whenever you cook foods above 118 degrees, it's no longer living. And so now you're stuck with having to take digestive enzymes in order to be able to get those benefits for the rest of your life. So if that's the way you want to look at it, then cool. And I'm not saying that in a harsh way. I'm just saying it in a factual way, because anyone that understands the way the body operates and the way that nutrition operates will tell you the truth. there's nothing wrong with having some cooked vegan food. I mean, that's cool, but I'm just telling you from a nutritional standpoint that is no live enzymes there. And so we supposed to be eating to live. And when you eat to live, you're eating foods in its natural state to get the best quality
Yeah.
from your nutrition. Whereas if you're cooking it, it's a good vibe because it tastes good and because it smells good and it is good, but realistically, you're getting a small amount of nutrition there. So that's why I say that raw vegan, fruitarian, whatever lifestyle you want to, like I seen your video the other day, these labels, I don't like the labels either. I just rather that people just eat the best quality lifestyle that they can.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like the
Mhm.
labels. But I just call myself high fruit raw vegan because I eat probably about 95% of fruit and then about 5%
Yeah.
vegetables, and that's just one meal a day and a salad. And I love salads, and it's a big salad, but it don't overpower the amount of fruits that I eat because I eat fruit all day. So hopefully that clarified that. And again, I don't want nobody coming for me when I say cooked food is completely trash when it comes down to plant-based. But you look at someone, let's just be honest. You look at someone that's vegan versus someone that's raw vegan. You look at someone that's vegan versus someone that's fruitarian. And tell me the difference. The difference is the skin. The difference is the well-being of their looking and how they're taking care of themselves. Most people that are vegan, not all, but most people that are vegan are deficient in a lot of nutrition, and they have terrible skin, and they're quitting veganism and they're going back to cooked foods, junk foods, and all that stuff because they're saying that vegan is not working for them. No, you're just unknowledgeable, or you're not knowledgeable about the lifestyle, and you've been doing something wrong for so long because that's what you thought it was supposed to be, and then you return to fish, you return to chicken. I was one of those people that did that because I wasn't doing it right, and I'm man enough to admit that. So then when I came back to veganism to do it the right way, I started seeing, just like for instance, I did this 90-day juice fast. I've done several juice fasts. I did the 90-day juice fast, and guess what? My absorption increased. So guess what? I'm gaining weight back faster by eating less because the absorption is right. When your absorption is not right, then you cannot get the full amount of nutrition that you need to thrive on a raw vegan lifestyle, on a vegan lifestyle, on a fruitarian lifestyle, etc. So that's why I say cooked food is not beneficial to you because you're eating a lot of dead food, whether it's meat, whether it's seafood, whether it's healthy food. If it's cooked, it's dead, and that's just facts.
Yeah, because it does take a lot of the nutrition out, as opposed to when you're eating the raw, you're getting everything, which is why people thrive so much, or why it allows our bodies to heal itself sometimes, because you're getting everything. So I understand. I was like kind of butthurt when you said that, because I was like, I still eat, some cooked foods like beans and rice and potatoes and sweet potatoes. And I know in my mind that some of the nutrition is gone when I'm eating it, but it might just be a little bit more substantial for me at that moment or whatever. But I feel like you're probably more so, well, I know you're talking about definitely the standard American diet, definitely all the junk food cooked stuff. And then like, that's trash. That's like bad for you, right? And then the healthy whole food vegan cooked foods, I feel it's not that it's trash. I just feel like you're just not getting all your nutrition because some of it's being cooked out. But I don't feel like it's trash though. But you are entitled to however you feel and however you want to call it. But yeah, let's get back to you though. So before you started eating raw, and how long have you been raw now? A year?
A year now.
Okay, so you just got on the bandwagon, kind of like, okay. So before the raw started, what was your diet like eating vegan? Were you a junk food vegan, or were you like eating whole foods and stuff? Like, how was your diet? What were you eating?
Okay. So when I've been vegan for these 20 years, the majority of my diet was raw food. So I was like high raw, but it was still like, I would say, a lot of cooked vegan food. And when I say a lot of cooked vegan food, I say stuff like I've been an advocate for making your own food. So I've been a home cooked food guy with my vegan lifestyle until maybe like 2020. I jumped in a relationship with a young lady. She was a early stage vegan, like 2 or 3 years. And so that affected me mentally because it caused me to just open up a little bit. Like people were like, man, you need to open up, man. You being boring. Okay, cool. So I opened up, and then that opened up problems for me, stomach problems, because I started eating vegan burgers, which I had never done in my life. I had started eating vegan pizza, something I never had in my life, because all I ever did was drink smoothies, eat salads, nuts and seeds, drink juices, And then I would make like a vegan pasta because I'm a type of person when I get to a routine, I stick to it. I don't change outside of that. So I only cooked food that I really ate was just a vegan pasta that I made myself. Then when I got this young lady, I started eating more vegan foods that was processed. So I'll say I've never really been a processed vegan food eater because majority of my vegan life has been me just cooking my own foods and just making my own juices and nuts and seeds and not making nuts and seeds, but you know what I mean, eating nuts and seeds and drinking juices and smoothies. Only maybe out of my 20 years, I may have done vegan junk food for maybe like a year and a half or so. And that year and a half messed me up in my stomach and gave me H. pylori. And then I had to heal my stomach and myself from that. But so I would say majority of my vegan lifestyle was homemade food. So I ate a lot of raw stuff or whatever. So that's why I still look so young is because naturally it's because I ate a lot of raw foods already. And I'm
Okay.
39 now and I've been vegan for pretty much over my life halfway.
Since you were
Yeah.
19. Since you were like
Yeah.
19.
And so
Wow. You look
yes,
great.
thank you. Don't make me smile. But yeah, so you pretty much ate a lot of salads, nuts, seeds, juices, and smoothies. And maybe like a year and a half, 2 years out of my vegan lifestyle, I've had vegan junk.
Okay. So you were already like up there. You were already like, you know, eating really healthily, raw, lots of raw food. So it wasn't a big transition for you, but it still made a difference though,
Mm,
right? You know what I
mm.
mean? Like even going from high raw to like fully raw, it's like it's still like some great feelings and changes in your body. So yeah. Okay, let's jump because you had like, bruh, 200. Okay, I need to give you a high five on this one. You ate fruit. High five, bruh. Hit it right here. Come on. Come with it.
Mm.
240 days. You ate 240 days on fruit. Why, my brother? Why? Let's start with that. Why did you do that? What in the doggone, what was wrong with you? No, I'm just playing. No, what made you want to do, I'm playing. What made you want to do 240 days on fruit after you were already eating raw? Because raw is already great, right? What made you want to dive into that?
First off, I love your personality. You do not have to stop. I love it. It's fun. But listen,
Thank you.
crazy part is sometimes when I get ready to tell the story, I'll be like, should I really tell it or should I not tell it? Should I be honest? Should we have to be honest? Because it's a personal thing, you know. And sometimes when you're doing these interviews, for some people, I can't speak for everyone, you try to be honest as possible and you try to not hurt feelings because people are going to hear it and stuff. But then you get to a place in life where it's like, man, just be honest with yourself. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just a stickler, if that's the right word, for doing difficult things. I like trying things. I like being a case study. I like being able to give information to people, being an experiencer, because people don't respect you unless you have a testimony, a story, a journey, and truth. And that's what I like to do is I like to have a testimony. I like to be able to say, hey, I did 240 days of fruit, man. This is what happened. This is what will happen. Because as being a health coach that I am, I have to be able to tell my clients like, hey, if you have diabetes type 2, you can't do a fruit fast. You can't do a juice fast. You got to do it this way, that way. Because how I know? Because I've done it. You understand? I didn't have diabetes, but I understand the body. And so with that being said, you know, in my 20 years of veganism, it hasn't been all squeaky clean. I've had some ups and downs. I've cheated. Of course, we all do. And this journey was special. And I did the fruit fast for one, because I had just come out of a relationship where I did a lot of compromising, and it was a great relationship, but I just lost myself in my identity of who I am, because not just that relationship, but previous relationship and things like that I was in, and I was the only person that was really considered to be healthy. Everyone knew me all over for what I did, and I did a little compromise and trying to fit people in and stuff like that. And so this journey was all about me getting back to myself, because I did a case study on meat for a year, something I didn't want to do, but I did it, you know, and I hated every second of it, to say the least. And so then every year in January with my followers, we do a fast, whether it be a combination of Daniel fast, fruit fast, juice fast, or whatever. This year we said we're gonna be big boys and big girls, and we're gonna do just one fast. We ain't gonna do no compromise. We're gonna do a fruit fast, and so we're gonna do a 21-day fruit fast. And I can tell you that was transformational because I had a lot of people that healed from high blood pressure, etc., diabetes, all kind of stuff. Just doing the 21 days changed their life. I'm telling you, I was just talking to my barber today because he was one of them, and he was just telling me how it transformed his life, and it left him with a positive stain in his mind to say, "Man, that's all I got to do. I know what it takes, etc." So it was amazing. But in my head, I told
Wow.
them, I said, y'all doing 21 days, I'm going to do 120 days. I'm challenging myself to do something different because that's how I am. And who I am.
Yeah.
And so when I got to about 50 or 60 days, I was like, because I already knew I was going to go past the 21. I was like, I'm going to go for longer, because I mean, I've been juice fasting for years. I know when I get to a certain place, it's a wrap. I'm in discovery land now. And so when I got to about 50, 60 days, I knew I was going into discovery land. And I was like, you know what? I'm just keep going. And the reason why I kept going is because I want to find out stuff about myself. It's because I want to see how deeper that I can dig, how powerful I am mentally and physically. And I started seeing the way that my digestive system was reacting to the fruit, which was pulling out a lot of plaque, pulling out a lot of mold and fungus and yeast and all that. I'm just like, wow, at this. And
What?
yes. Fruit fasting is
In the toilet, like you would see it in the toilet?
Yes.
You would see it in the toilet?
Yes.
Oh,
And I'm one of those people that look at his stool for my people that say, oh, you shouldn't be looking at your pool. Why not? You need to, because it's going to tell you everything
I
about
do
going
it.
on with your head.
I do it. I do it every
You
day,
should.
multiple times a
You
day.
should.
I want to see what it is.
Thank you. And there's nothing wrong with that. For the people that think that's gross, no, what's gross is for you to be closed-minded and not being able to pay attention to what's going on with your body. And you should. But that
Yep.
200 and I only have 235 days recorded on social media because once I got to 235, it was going into the next segment. I already checked into doing a juice fast the next coming week. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to post no more. I'm good. So I only posted 235 days worth of fruit fast. And I did 240. No one literally knows by data that I did because I stopped carding,
Yeah.
but actually did 240. But on social media, it's going to say 235. And that's just me being honest. But that 240-day fruit fast was sensational. And again, I did it to reset my body. And I'm the type of person, when I get thoughts, I get a million at one time. I don't know if you like that too. And I'm just like, okay, fruit fast. And then I hear something else, the voice in my head saying, juice fast. And I'm like, we about to do a fast in January. No, do it now. What you're waiting on. Okay, cool. So I'm going into a juice fast. And so I jumped into the juice fast right after the fruit fast. Because like Tabitha Brown said, because it's my business and I want to, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hold up now. First of all, congratulations. 240 days. I just was calculating. I was like, that's like 7. Is it 7 or 8 months?
I think it's 7.5 months, close to it.
It's something like that. That out of a year,
Yeah.
you ate freaking 7 or 8 months of fruit. That's amazing, first of all. Secondly, it's starting to pop in my mind now. I'm seeing it, like, because I'm on Bobby Smith's group too, right? And I'm seeing you in my mind. Like, I remember seeing your posts, you sharing your journey. Like, I didn't know you then, but now I'm remembering certain posts, and I'm seeing grapes in my mind for some reason. Like certain days, I'll see you posting grapes and stuff. But oh my goodness, 240 days. Okay, so during that time, what specific changes in your body and spirit and mind did you have that you didn't have when you went raw? Or was there anything different, or was it just the same during the 240 days? Did you have any differences in your body, mind, spirit?
Baby, let me tell you something. That fruit fast is next level. Like the juice ain't nothing. That's easy. I've done that for so many years. Like that's kindergarten. That fruit fast though, next level.
Wait, you would think it would be the opposite. Like you would think the fruit fast would be easier.
No, fruit fasting is extremely tough. It's extremely tough. And the reason why is because it's more aggressive on your body. And like the juice fasting is more like it takes a little more energy out of you if you're not drinking enough of juice. But it's going to put a lot of energy in you, and you won't even think about it if you're just drinking juice and then you drink enough of juice. But when you're talking about fruit fasting, baby, it's tough because you have to think about people like me. I'm challenging myself. So okay, let's do a mono fruit fast, like I did the mono grapes or whatever. So man, that was hard. Eating one food at it just for days is not easy because when you tell me, oh, I'm gonna just do all apples, I'm gonna do all grapes, I'm gonna do all oranges, so I'm gonna just do all melons or whatever. That is hard because it ain't hard because you can't do it. It's just hard because it's hard to stay focused on one thing and you're just eating that one thing. And fruit fasting is extremely astringent, especially when you're doing grapes, when you're doing oranges and things like that, and pineapples. Oh my God, it's extremely aggressive. It will make you feel like you're about to check up out of here. You hear me? I literally, I'm telling
Ooh.
you, when I first did my fruit fast, and this is just being honest to the man of God and being honest to the people. Listen, y'all, I ain't lying. For the people who saying they felt like they was dying, I can agree to that because when I first did, this is my first
What?
time doing all fruit, so I'm just doing it. I don't know. So man, I did all fruit, and people at my job was like, "Hart, you okay?" Because we call each other by last names down south. They were like, "Hart, you okay?" Because I was
Mm-hmm.
throwing up at work, and I had to go home. Yes, I was
What?
throwing up. I was weak. And I was like, man, what's going on? But I'm not thinking. You on this fruit fast. That's what it is, man. I swear. It brought all my vitals down low. It brought my electrolytes down low. Yeah, I didn't have like no sickness or nothing. They checked me for COVID, didn't have it. Checked me for the flu, didn't have it. None of that stuff. I was perfectly fine. They were just saying you're dehydrated. Your electrolytes are low. And so I thought about it. I said, it's that all fruit. That's what it is. And I'm telling you, all fruit will whoop your butt. It will make you literally feel like you got COVID plus the flu plus the bird flu, whatever. I'm telling you, it will wipe you out if you ain't ready for it. I'm telling you. And versus
Wow.
the raw, like that's the difference. Raw will make you feel, especially when you come off a juice fast, raw will still give you some detoxification symptoms, but it ain't gonna be as harsh as just going completely on all fruit when you've never done it before. And so also to my
Mm-hmm.
people that's looking to go all fruit or go juice fast, let me give you this nugget. If you're looking to do a juice fast, I advise you to do a fruit fast first. Why? Because it will allow you to open up the bowels quicker and easier and faster. It will allow you to get the mucoid plaque out easier. So whereas a person that's never done that and they just jump on a juice fast and they trying to get mucoid plaque out, it's not going to work because your bowels are not loosened and they're not broken up and your diet has most likely been piss poor all your life and you're just jumping in there. So when you get in there, you're not going to remove plaque. I've seen people go on juice fasting for 100 and some days and still never release mucoid plaque, and it's because you are not clean enough. It's because your body hasn't went through a transition of receiving plants long enough, and so it's going to cause you to get constipated. A lot of people get constipation on juice fast, but I didn't get none of that. I was pooing 7 and 8 times a lot
Mm-hmm.
of times a day. Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Okay. How long before you started feeling like you was dying? Like, cause I see people go through fruit fast. They might do like 30 days and I don't think it happens that fast, right? Like it takes, at what point were
It
you
got me
just
within the
jacked?
first few days. The first few. Yes, and
What?
I was backtracking. I'm like, maybe it was something I ate. I'm like, no, you ate what you normally eat, and it's like it got me within the first 14 to 16 days. Yes, yes,
That's called healing crisis.
yes, yes.
You was dealing with some serious or serious detox or healing crisis. So what in the heck made you keep going for another 200 and something days? Cause I would have been like, the devil is a lie. I'm done. Your mindset.
I'm
Okay.
a gangster. I'm an OG. I'm true to the game. I'm telling you, I'm one of them rare breeds that you will meet. I'm telling you. And I got confidence when I say this because I've been doing this so long and I've seen a lot and I see a lot of people that make people think that they about this lifestyle. Now you got to be real about this lifestyle. And I've been about it. I done failed.
Hmm.
I done succeeded. I done failed, succeeded. And at some point you get tired of failing and you like, man, I got to get this. And that's only for the people that are
Mm.
willing. That's only for the people that's willing to endure. The Bible says, blessed is the man who endureth temptation. And listen, I've endured so many temptations. I'm in the South where the food is the main attraction. I'm here in the land of the seafood. I'm here in the land of the fried chicken and crawfish etouffee, as they said, and the crabs and all this stuff. And I don't consume none of that. Haven't had that in years. And people look at me like I'm crazy, but I'm just built different. And that's how I am. Like, I'm the type of person, like, my integrity is everything. And I love to do the hard things, the hard work. I tell you, I hang my hat on doing those things because it keeps me rooted and grounded. And I get that from my dad and then my mom. All of that comes into play. Hard workers, you know?
You're one of those people, once you start something, you will finish it. No matter how challenging it is, no matter how difficult it is, you are going to push through.
Exactly.
That's called an overcomer. That's an overcomer. Come on now. Touch your neighbor.
Neighbor, we're going to
touch your neighbor.
That's what I'm talking about.
You better. I heard that. Wow. Okay. So what would you say you learned about yourself through that 240 days of eating all fruit? What would you say you learned about yourself?
So watch this. And this is a bonus right here. You don't know this, and the people, some don't know this, but family, let me tell y'all something. You're talking to a man that's done several juice fasts, and I done it wrong. And so when I did a juice fast of 202 days in 2018, that was the longest juice fast I've ever done. And when I done that juice fast, you know what it taught me? It taught me what Philippians 4:13 really stands for when it says that I can do all things through Christ, which
through Christ gives me strength.
Listen, I relearned how powerful I am. I relearned how powerful the mind is. The Bible says that your mind has to be transformed. You have to renew your mind so that it can be transformed. And so when you transform that mind and you're adding foods like raw foods in, it takes you to a whole nother level. And then it makes you realize, like, man, I'm really powerful. I can do anything that I put my mind to, and that I have God beside me. If I have him beside me, there's nothing that I can't do on this earth. I tell people all the time, if you can't control what's going through your mouth, you cannot control your life. You're not disciplined. It taught me that there's nothing on this earth that can shake me. There's nothing on this earth that can take me and overtake me because I have a strong mind. Anyone that has a strong mind, watch out for them because they're tenacious, they're unstoppable. And that's what I'm wanting you guys to see. Is when you grab a hold to your mind, you transform your mind and you renew your mind. The Bible says it. You transform to the renewal of your mind. If you do that, I'm telling you, ain't nothing can stop you. You will never be defeated, ever. That's what I learned about myself, is that I am unstoppable with God on my side and with raw foods behind me. That's what I learned.
Come on now. You better preach. Ha! Sorry, you about to get me up here shouting. Don't stop. Don't start none, won't be none. Woo! Glory to God. Okay, so you know what's funny is when people come off of things like fruit fast or certain specific things like that, all they thinking about is what I'm gonna eat next. Ooh, when I get off this fast, I'm about to eat this. I'm gonna do this. You up here thinking about juicing next. Or maybe that was God showing you that you need to do the juice fast. You heard it in your spirit. You don't know, but you did it.
Yeah.
You didn't come off the fruit fast going straight to food. You went to a juice fast. What in the world is wrong with you, Marcus? No, no. So you were obedient to what you felt in your spirit. That's what that's about. So you, tell me about that experience. Like, was there anything different? You said it was easier actually than the fruit. It wasn't so astringent. It wasn't causing so much detox. Was it better for you just physically and everything?
Yes, absolutely. And so when I say it was easier, I'm meaning more so in my journey throughout fasting, because I've done a mini juice fast and things like that. And this was the easiest fast because of experience and because of mindset shifting. And so once you do something more than one time, it becomes easier to you. But this time I was doing it proper. I was doing it the proper way. I was, doing the right amount of juices. I was doing the right types of juices. Those things matter, family, because if you just thinking you just going to drink watermelon juice or cantaloupe juice or the feel-good stuff, we want everything to be easy. We don't want nothing to be hard or difficult. If you thinking you're going to complete a juice fast successfully just drinking watermelon juice and all that crap, that ain't happening. You just All you doing is just taking a bath on the inside, and that's cool too. But you ain't getting rid of nothing because it's not going to be able to reach the intestines like the citrus juices will, like the green juices will. And so when I jumped off, like you say, I'm not gonna lie to you, I did not plan to do a juice fast right after the fruit fast. I really didn't. But I said to
Hmm.
myself, from past times, from doing things wrong for so long, I said to myself, you know what? When you're doing something like this is transformational. It's life changing. And so when you do it, you got to do it right. And so I told myself, I owe this to myself to make sure this time that I do this juice fast right, because I'm not going to do another juice fast like this again. And you don't have to do those long extended juice fasts like that. I was just doing that because of the fact that I like to showcase my strength and discipline a lot of the times. And I'm here to tell
Mm.
you, you do not have to do those juice fasts like that all of the time. But the experience from going from fruit to juice was transformational. And the reason why I say that is because
Mm.
it allowed my GI tract, it allowed my digestive system to take a rest. Because even when you're eating fruit, that's still not giving your digestive system a rest, because you're putting a lot of fiber in there and you're putting a lot of heavy foods in there. Most people just can't eat one food at a time. They have to do what us hard head folks do, which is we gotta have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different type of foods. And then you look at the animals that we're consuming, the people that's not aware that we need to eat nothing but fruits and vegetables, the people that are still eating animals, just pay attention to what the animals are doing. The animals that you are eating are not eating
Mm.
the way you're eating, and they're eating what you're supposed to be eating, but they're eating one thing at a time. They're mono eaters like we
Mm.
should be. And that's why they are able
Mm.
to get rid of other animals out of their system within 24 hours, whereas us, it takes days. And see, we don't understand that. And so when I went on that juice fast, it was transformational because it allowed my digestive system to calm down. Whereas when I was on the fruit fast, it was just like chaos. I had fireworks going off. I'm talking about it was crazy. Gas out this world. I was abdominal pains out this world, headaches out this world, a
Mm.
lot of fermentation because of the body having to go through so much detoxification. Like a fruit fast is the most dominant, most astringent fruit fast. A grape fast is the most transformational fast you can ever go on. You talking about healing. It don't matter if you're dealing with the C
Mm.
word, both C words. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. If you're dealing with both C words, it'll wipe that out. It'll wipe out inflammation. It'll wipe out high blood pressure. It'll wipe out diabetes. Yes, it will. Oh, I can't have grapes with diabetes. Yes, you can. And you just got to know what you're
Mm.
doing. And when healing, you have to understand that it's a art to healing, and you can't just be throwing fruits
Mhm.
and vegetables and herbs at things without having the proper knowledge.
Yeah. Mm. 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 And sometimes when you're going through healing, you get worse before you get better. That's that healing crisis stuff right there.
You sure know what to say, Queen.
Cause child, been there, done that. But I haven't done a juice or fruit fast. But one time when I went raw, I had some healing crisis. Because the raw foods, it was a difference from my high raw. Even though I eat high raw, going fully raw could just make it's a game changer. So I had to go through some healing crisis, something that I made a video about it on my YouTube channel, something I had going on in my body for 6 months. Didn't know what I was dealing with. Didn't want to go to the doctor because I didn't. All they're gonna do is want to get an MRI and put me on some medication. I was like, no, I want to heal this myself. Didn't even know. Still don't know what the name of it was. But the raw foods, ha! Glory to God. God, I give first. I always give first honor to God, because without Him, I wouldn't have the food. So I will say that God healed me through the raw foods, allowing my body to heal itself. But what was my point? I don't even know. Sometimes we get worse before we get better, is what I was trying to say. And like when we're going through those detox things and it's hard, we're like, dang, I feel horrible or whatever. I'm getting worse, whatever. I want to give up. Sometimes we got to push through because it's going to get better, you know? But I don't know if I could do what you did though. Not 7, 8 months on fruit, going through all that, because you was going through a lot. But you made it through and you're still standing. Come on, Jesus.
Still standing.
Touch your neighbor.
Still standing. Like Paul Martin say, still standing, baby.
Yes. So you were talking about your bowels you were only going like one time a day, even eating high raw
No,
before you,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
or was that before you went vegan? Wait,
That's before I went vegan.
when did you? Okay, so you used to only go one time a day. Now, did the increase in your bowels happen after going vegan or after going fully raw?
Raw. Because even when I was vegan, I was still dealing with constipation. So I would go sometimes twice a day. And sometimes I would even go one time. And the reason why I found out is because I was dealing with issues that I had no idea. And the issues that I was
Mm,
dealing with was heavy metals. I was dealing with candida. I was dealing with adrenal fatigue. And all of those things are contributing factors in parasites and factor into constipation. Let me break it down for you. So, for instance, if you have heavy metals in yeast and metals are married together in the body. Okay, so one prevents the other from overtaking the other. And that's its defense mechanism, okay? And so it builds up more yeast, okay, in its defense. And so when it builds up more yeast in your body, that brings on constipation. Okay. And then when you have an environment of acidity with yeast and fungus and mold and bacteria overgrowth, and then there comes these demons, these demonic forces called parasites. And then when you have parasites, they come
mm,
in and they rob all your nutrition. And then you go to your doctor because you can't, you cold all the time, or you know what I'm saying, you constipated all of the time, and then you cold because it's robbing you from your iron and making you anemic or slightly anemic. Okay. And then it's robbing you of your nutrition and is causing you to be constipated, okay? And then you have up and down weight gain and weight loss, things of that magnitude. And then you get heavy metals in the body, okay? And so when you got the heavy metals in the body, you have the great risk and chance of it messing with your neurological aspect and standpoint of your body, okay? And then when you have all of these things going on, and then your emotions start taking a beating from the testosterone level standpoint and from the estrogen level standpoint, and then you're having mood swings and all these types of things. And then guess what? When your adrenals are offline, they are a key contributor to causing you to be able to metabolize sugar. And so if you can't metabolize sugar, then you're going to have a problem there with your adrenals. And adrenals are going to cause you then to become constipated because you got too much stress going on, okay? And so a lot of people don't know this stuff. And I learned this stuff through research and through trial and error and through
mhm,
going through all of these things. And so that's what my main issue was. You might be like, dang, you had all that going on when you was vegan. Yes, I did, because I came to vegan sick. Like most people do. When you
yeah.
become vegan, you come sick, looking for a transformation, looking for a healing, looking for a change. Prior to eating vegan,
Mhm,
I was eating everything coming to man. I was eating fried chicken. I was eating pasta all the time, Burger King, McDonald's, Popeyes, Raising Cane, all this stuff. I
mhm,
was eating all those foods. I was taking a lot of antibiotics because I was sick. I had prostatitis. That's something I didn't tell you. I had prostate issues when I was younger. So that was one of the main reasons why I went vegan in the first place. Okay. All of
oh
these
wow.
antibiotics, and it's creating yeast. That's what people don't know. Antibiotics creates more yeast and fungus and bacteria overgrowing, and wipes out your good flora in your gut. And then in return, it causes
Mm,
you to have a leaky gut. In return, it causes you to open up the door for those demonic forces that I talked about just a minute ago, those parasites. And so those things came into play. And so when you look at it, yeast, fungus, mold, bacteria overgrowth, in heavy metals, they all are in one category. So they sound like a lot, but they all come together because this one make this one come, this one make that one come, and that one come, and they all become one, and then they all disrupt your gut. And so that's what I was dealing with.
mm,
And I was, like I said, I was only going twice a day sometimes, and that twice a day wasn't like, no, okay, it's coming on out of there. That twice a day was spaced. It might have been 1 in the morning,
mm,
one way somewhere late in the evening. Sometimes that's because of constipation, and it ain't always because you ain't eating fruits or vegetables. That's what we need to know, because you can be eating fruits and vegetables and still constipated, and it's because your gut is
mm.
disrupted with parasites, with adrenal fatigue, with heavy metals, with yeast and fungus, and mold and bacteria overgrowth, family.
Wow, wow. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And you've healed all
Mm-hmm.
that
I'm still
through
working.
the
I
fruit.
haven't did a true parasite cleanse yet, so that's my next thing. And after my birthday, because your boy got to take a little break, because I owe it to myself. I did a whole year fasting, so I owe myself a little bit of time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do a true parasite cleanse, and I'm gonna do a colon cleanse with it too, because I kind of did a parasite and colon cleanse a little bit in that fruit fast, but it wasn't like, it wasn't aggressive and it wasn't really a true one, so because I played around with it a little bit. So, in my birthday is April the 17th. If the Lord bless me to see it this year, I'll be 40 years old. So I'm going to do a full
Woo.
3 week or so parasite and colon cleanse. I'm going to do nothing but grapes and nothing but papaya and some pumpkin seeds, and do
Oh,
some
wow.
herbs to help to remove those demons out of my body. That's gonna be my next challenge. I'm up for it. I'm ready. I'm OG. So that's the only one thing that I have left, is to really just move out whatever parasites is left in my body. Other than that, my naturopath, when I went to her recently, she told me I'm in great health. She told me the one thing that I need to work on is my adrenals, and she said, and that's the only thing that she sees. She said the adrenals is screaming the loudest that it needs help, and she said it's because you're so busy and you're always doing so much and you're not resting, and it's like you're so successful at what you're doing, so you don't have a lot of time to rest, and so you need to find that time to rest and heal your adrenals. So that's the only real thing that's really popping off the charts with me.
Now for the parasites, the fruit fast and the juicing itself did not take care of that.
Well, you can do a juice fast or a fruit fast. A juice fast, some people will say if you do a juice fast, it will get rid of all this and all that. It's not true. Juice fasting is only to remove back the waste. You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
is to reset the gut and the microbiome and prepare it to have better absorption. So when you go raw vegan, you're able to absorb better. That's what I was telling you. Like, my absorption has gone up. I haven't even been eating full meals yet, and I've gained back like 14 to 15 pounds in 22 days of off of just probably about 16 to 1800 calories on a daily basis. And that's just under eating for now, because my gut ain't ready to completely full out eat again. And then I'm not eating a whole bunch of fat either, but I am gaining weight back and my face is filling back out. People have been telling me that and all that good stuff. And to answer your question, you can get a lot of the parasites and stuff out, but you have to have those assistant herbs. See, I wasn't taking parasite cleansing herbs when I was doing the juice fast. When I was doing the fruit fast, I only did them here and there. And so that's the thing. That's what I was saying. I didn't fully aggressively go after the parasites. Of course, I killed some parasites. I'm sure I did. But I know for sure I didn't get them all out. And that's just me being honest.
Right. Now, are those the kind of herbs for the parasite cleanse? Are those the kind that if you go on that cleanse, the kind where your bowel movements are, that forced kind of feeling where like you out and about and you got to go like right now? Is it that type of cleanse where, oh my God, I'm about to boo-boo on myself? Is it that kind of?
It could be, but I'm going to tell you like this now. On the slick, the juice fast is like that because I'm going to be honest with you, ain't no Florida safe one. I'm just going to say that one. And I got tired of that feeling. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Just to say the least, I'm going to just be quiet. But I'm telling you.
You talking about urination or bowel movement?
Both.
Even with juicing, without the fiber?
Both. If you do it right. Everybody's not successful because they don't know how to do a juice fast properly. That's what I'm telling you. Like, I've done it so many times and I've done it wrong for the most. And let me stop saying that, because my coach told me you didn't do it wrong. It's just that, you needed to learn how to add extra steps in to make it more efficient. So they was like, you haven't really done it wrong because it's excellent what you have done. It's just that you need extra steps or whatever. So I would just say that I've done it so many times and I've had so much experience from doing it too. I know what's missing from a juice fast and I know what it takes to have a successful juice fast. And I see a lot of people doing juice fast and they're not being successful. They just accumulate days, but they're not being completely successful. They get on there to lose weight, and that's the wrong mindset. Of course you're going to lose some weight, but then it's going to plateau because you're not doing the extra steps that you need to do. I've seen so many people doing it, and they supposedly have lost way more weight than they've lost it, but they are not being so successful because their bowels start slowing down, and sometimes it's because of what you call it, fatigue. Sometimes it comes down to stress on the body and stuff like that because you're overdoing it. You're exercising. People still trying to lift weights and doing all this stuff, and that's not ideal to do on a juice fast.
Yeah, you got to keep it. You got to keep it low key. So now you're back to eating fully
hmm
raw. And like, what is your day? Every day might be different, but give me like a sample day of what you might eat in the morning, noon, evening, or do you eat throughout the day, or do you just eat one time? Like, tell me about how that
Okay,
looks.
cool. I love that. So whenever we first got on our interview, I was finishing up really what.
Wait, before you go, I have to laugh right real quick because every time we would send each other those little voice messages on IG in the inbox, your behind be going to town on some food. Every time you leave a message, you be tearing up something. I'm like, what is he eating? That sound good.
I
I'll
love that.
be cracking up. But
Hey,
anyway, okay,
that
go
is
ahead.
funny because I can't even deny it because now I'm thinking about it. Every time I'm talking to somebody, I'm eating or drinking a smoothie or drinking juice or something. And I say to myself, I know these folks be like, boy, this little guy is greedy. But when we when we got on the interview, I was finishing up what normally is my first meal of the day. I don't eat until like 1
Mhm.
p.m. every day. I normally just drink
Mhm.
this smoothie that I just drunk every morning at 10 a.m. And then I let that digest, and then I eat my first mono meal or either my first meal at 1 p.m. I'm finding that I have to back my times up because I'm so busy and I'm losing time and I'm overeating in the nighttime. And so I'm readjusting. So I'm gonna give you what it's looking like now, and I'm gonna tell you what it's going to look like in the future. So now it's 10
Okay.
a.m. my first meal. When I wake up in the morning, I'm waking up every morning between 4 and 5 a.m. And in that time period, I do
Woo.
like at 4 or 5, I'm up doing some exercise, and I'm either jumping on the trampoline or either I'm doing push-ups or prayer or meditation or music, worship music that is. And
Mm,
then
yes.
I go and sometimes I get in the sauna before I go to work. Or either I just do my trampoline action with my push-ups, and sometimes I put my salves on and stuff like that to help with digestion and all that good stuff. And then before I get in the shower or something, I go and put in like a pinch of Celtic sea salt under my tongue, or either on my tongue, and let it dissolve. Drink some water behind it. Take my herbs, and then I go jump in the shower. Then I get out the shower, and then I
Mhm.
take my second set of herbs. And these herbs are good for the pancreas, for the digestive system, for the liver, to remove parasites, fungus, to heal the pancreas, all that type of stuff. I'm taking all those types of herbs and stuff. Even the kidneys as well.
Mm.
Okay. And so after that, I go to work, I drink water in between, I drink some coconut water in between. And then at 10 a.m., my first meal is a smoothie, 32-ounce smoothie with cacao, with 2 bananas, with 3 dates, with I mix berries, or either with mixed berries and with wild blueberries. I always have wild blueberries. Wild blueberries are a superfood. You must have them every single day for the brain, okay? And
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And so then I put in there cordyceps mushrooms. I put in there some raw vegan protein powder. I put in there some mineral drops. I put in there some zinc drops. I put in there some hemp seeds. And I put in there some coconut water and some water. And sometimes I put some high quality wild crafted vitamin C powder just to get extra vitamin C. Some people think it's pointless. I mean, it's whatever you think it is, but it's very nutritional. And that's my first meal for the day. I drink that down within 25, 30 minutes, and then I let that digest. And then at 1 p.m., I'm eating a side bowl, or either I'm eating a mono meal of blueberries, and I'm drinking the lemon ginger glass as well with the
Mm.
blueberries. Okay. And then after that, I wait until about between 4 and 5 ish to start making my salad. And then I'm always eating my salad late because it takes an hour to make it, and then I'm behind on my time frame of eating my salad. So I normally finish eating my salad about 8:30 every night, and then whenever we be texting back and forth, you catch me eating fruit because I'm catching up on
Mhm.
eating some fruit late. So I be eating like apples, blueberries, dates, what else? Mangoes. Those are the type of foods I eat at night. And I'm about to break that habit. So that's pretty much what my day of consumption is. But what is going to go to so that I can stop eating late is what I'm gonna start doing is instead of
Mm.
10 a.m. Drinking a smoothie, I'm gonna start backing it up to 9 a.m. And then my first
Mm.
biggest meal will be at lunch instead of in the evening. I'll have my big salad for lunch at 12 noon. and then I'll let that sit and digest for about 3 hours, and then I'll eat the last of my fruit before 6 because I want to stop eating after 6. No calories after 6, just only like tea
Yeah.
after 6, and that's it.
Yeah, that's what I try to do. I mean, of course, there's always an exception to a rule, like events on the weekends or
Yeah.
something like that. But on a day to day during the week, I like to try to eat by 6 o'clock
So,
p.m.
so
You know, well, that's a nice. It just sounds very
mhm.
bountiful. The way you eat, very nice and healthy and clean and
Mhm.
light and
Yep.
nutritious. I feel like I want to take one of them voice messages and insert it in this video so everybody can hear
Hey,
you smacking. No, I'm
do
just
it,
playing.
do it, do it. That will,
I'm not
that
gonna
will
do
be
that. I'm
dope.
just playing. That would be funny.
I'm spontaneous, so it don't bother me.
No, I ain't gonna do that. That's wrong. But anyway, thank you so much, Marcus. Okay, so I know you're a health coach. So tell everybody, like, if they're interested in health coaching. Well, first tell everybody what does that mean briefly. We're coming on an hour, so tell everybody what your health coach involves, and then where they can find you and all that kind of stuff. All your platforms you want everyone to follow you on and check you out on.
Cool beans. So, again, I'm Marcus Juice Dog Hart here in Louisiana. I've been vegan for 20 years, been raw vegan now for a year, mostly throughout my life. My life has been high raw vegan and cook vegan foods. And so over these years, I've taken all of that and my expertise and my teachings. I've set under a lot of great healers. One of my main healers that I've set under is holistic healer Glenn Davis, worldwide phenomenal. He's local, but he's healed so many people, and I've learned all my teachings from him, set under him from over 12, 13 years, and got my knowledge from him and more. And I brought all of that into what I'm doing. He is a biochemist, whatever. Yeah, that's what he is, biochemist, holistic healer. He has a uh, degree in biology at LSU here in Louisiana. That's how he got himself started. I've learned from him, set under him. I got my expertise from him and other healers and doctors that I've went to seminars and got knowledge from. And I've brought that into my lifestyle to become a health coach. And now that's what I'm doing for people. I have a paid Facebook group that's getting ready to open this week. It's called Raw Vegan Transformation. And it's a $14.99 membership. It offers group coaching for those who want one-on-one personal coaching with me. I have a private coaching program, and it's right now it's $2,997. We have a payment plan. It's a 12-week course. You get one 30-minute Zoom call with me every single week. You have to download the app called Boxer to be able to communicate with me through business hours, Monday through Friday, to have message text to me and text message to me, unlimited through business hours, Monday through Friday. That's how we communicate. That's my accountability program. That's what I call it, because what I've learned over these years of helping people and coaching people under the radar, because I've never really done it openly, I learned that people need accountability. I learned that people don't necessarily need you to tell them what to eat. They need you
Mm-hmm.
to tell them what they need to be doing and what they need to stop doing. You need to tell them yay and no. And they
Yeah.
need you to hold their hands. They need you to tell them, nope, you're not doing this. Nope, you're not doing that. They don't need you to say, well, you need to eat spinach. Well, you need to eat kale. Well, they don't need that. They don't need that. That's common sense. They
Yeah.
know what they need to be eating. They just need accountability. And that's what this is all about. And people fail and try to be cheap. They try to spend less money and end up spending more money because you're trying to nickel and dime everything. Your health is worth it. Listen, LeBron James, he's not my favorite player, but I got respect for the guy. One thing I learned from him that I take into my own life is you can't put a price tag on your health. Listen, if you don't think that you're worth millions of dollars, then you got a low vibration. LeBron James spends
Hmm.
over $1 million on his body every single year. People that say, oh, I can't afford to get in your coaching program. Oh, we got a payment plan. I still don't think it's in my budget. What's in your budget? Death? What's in your budget? High blood pressure? What's in your budget? Diabetes? What's in your budget? PCOS, Crohn's, diverticulitis, lupus? That's what's in your budget, because that's what you're steadily dealing with, trying to do it your way. I learned
Mm-hmm.
people need coaching and accountability. So you can find my coaching
Yeah.
program on my website called hearthealth.org. Okay. You can find me on all social media platforms the same, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Facebook or IG. You can find me at Marcus Juice Heart. Follow me there. And if you follow me there, you can see all of my links and how to get to my coaching program and all of that good stuff. And I would love to help you transform your health. That's what my health program is all about. It's helping you to transform. Because my saying is, before returning to pharmaceutical drugs, the Bible tells you in Genesis 1 and 29 that the herbs are for the healing of the nations and that the fruit shall be for your meat. So what does that mean? That means when you get sick, you go back to nature. You go back to the Most High. Because he didn't say that you can't live or live off of animals or eat animals. He's just telling you that you can't heal off of them. And then people will say stuff like, well, he fed the 5,000 and he gave them 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. Okay, yes, he fed them. There's a difference between nourishment and feeding. Nourishment is healing. And that's what he's telling you in his word in Ezekiel 47 and 12 and Revelations 22 and 2. That if you want healing, you have to come back to him. That's what we need to do. And that's what I'm preaching. And that's what I'm teaching. And that's what my program is all about, is transforming. The Bible says, be ye transformed to the renewing of your mind. The Bible says, so a man thinketh, so is he. And that's what I'm teaching. I'm doing ministry.
Yes.
I'm not doing business. Okay.
You better. Thank you, Lord. Glory to God. Woo!
Yep.
Sorry. Y'all heard him. Okay. This ain't just about money. This is a ministry. Okay. He's trying to help y'all. He's trying to help y'all. Invest in your health, or else you're gonna be investing in doctor bills later. Okay. So don't put off tomorrow what you could do today. Y'all hit him up. Hit him up on his inbox on IG and TikTok and everywhere else he mentioned. I'll put everything in the description below. Y'all go check him out. Marcus, thank you so much. You done blessed my heart. Okay. Wow. You done blessed my heart, not just with your story, but you also ministering to me at the same time. So praise God for you. Praise God for your ministry. You're destined for greatness. Okay. I see God moving in your life and just working through you. So thank you for everything you shared today. Thank you. And I hope everybody was inspired today. I was inspired. Okay. Y'all, our health is what is most important. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. So that is priority. Well, God's first, then your health. But you guys really, I hope you were inspired by his story. Hit him up if you're interested in health coaching or if you just want to just chat up with him. He's a very nice person to talk to. He loves to smack while you converse in the inbox. No, I'm just playing with you. No, really though, you guys, he's really inspiring. And I've been seeing him even before we actually met on, Bobby Smith's group and all that. And I always saw him eating fruit and doing all these cleanses and stuff. And I was like, dang, he is so dedicated. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. And I hope you enjoyed episode 1 of season 6 with Marcus Hart. And I will see you guys all in the next video. God bless you. Bye.